Hi everybody, my name is Emily Korsch and I just registered for the Off-Road Rage 12-hour adventure race in Warsaw, Missouri, coming up on October 24th. I'm super excited about this race. I did it last year. My team was actually, we won, and I'm just so excited to come back to the race and meet all the new adventure racers who are kind of coming to the sport through seeing Eco Challenge on Amazon Prime. So welcome, and I just wanted to do kind of a quick overview of a couple tips. I'll do some more of these leading up to race day, but just wanted to say we're so excited to have you, and here's what I'm working on right now so that maybe if you have questions about what you should be working on before the race, this will help you. So we're just going to talk about biking today, and maybe some of you don't even have a mountain bike yet, which is like totally fine. But if you do have a mountain bike and maybe you need to replace some parts or get some new tubes or something, even though we're 6 weeks out, which is in normal times, that's plenty of time. But with COVID, there's been a lot of bike shortages with parts and with actual full complete bikes. So maybe take some time this week to check through your bike, make sure you don't need any kind of the replaceable parts like tires or tubes. Maybe you need a new chain. Just check through that kind of stuff. Maybe have your local bike shop check through your bike so that you're not, doing every bike mechanic's worst nightmare about showing up on Thursday saying, I have a race that I need to leave for tomorrow, fix my bike. So just kind of give everybody a little bit of grace while we're working through COVID shortages. So anyway, here's my bike. This is what I'll be bringing to Warsaw on the 24th, October 24th. It's a hardtail mountain bike. It's pretty much my go-to for adventure racing. Really the only modifications that I'll do to the bike, sometimes I'll put a rigid fork on here, which is like no suspension, but lately I've been using a suspension fork and I really like it. So that's kind of one option. If you have a full suspension mountain bike, that's totally great too. No need to get a hardtail just because I said so. But anyway, this is kind of a do-it-all hardtail mountain bike with a suspension fork up front. That's kind of your do-it-all adventure racing bike. So 29-inch wheel set, and then the tires I have on here, I actually don't really know exactly what they are. Specialized fast track, and I think they're about 2.1. So just that kind of gives you an idea. They're not especially aggressive on the tread. They're not especially light. They're just kind of, I would say, medium light duty tread, just basic mountain bike tires, and I've ridden them for a long time, so I know that they work for me on single track, gravel, paved road, really anything. The couple kind of basic things that you should think about before the race is, number one, how you should bring your food and water along with you while you're biking. So for your water, I'm lucky that my frame fits 2 water bottle cages, so we can fit 2 water bottles in here. I like to use these really big 1-liter bottles, but whatever size water bottle that works for you, you should use. So you've got 2 water bottle cages in here. I've seen if your frame only allows you 1 water bottle cage, you might want to think about a triathlon style cage mount off the back of your bike that might hold 1 or 2 additional bottles for you. Just helps get some of that water weight off your back. So just an option to consider. So that's for hydration. It's 2 liters on the bike. I'll probably do one of these plain water and the other one a sports drink. So kind of whatever your favorite flavor of the month sports drink is, go for that in your bottles. For food, I use a bento box up front. This one's a pretty big one. I really like that the zipper goes all the way around, and then the whole top flips open so that you're not like always digging through a middle zipper to get into your stuff, and it like kind of scratches your hands sometimes. I just like that this whole flap goes open. I can fit like easily 1,000 calories in here, 2,000 if I really smash stuff in there. So put your snacks in there. Before race day, if you've got like bars or anything in wrappers, might be a good idea to like pre-open your snacks, so that when you're racing and maybe it's cold and you have gloves on, it's like really challenging to open your food sometimes. So Race day, maybe take a scissors, just open stuff up before the race starts, so that you can get at your calories pretty easy. Okay, so that's hydration. This is food up here. For my saddlebag, I've got kind of a bigger one in the back. You can use whatever size works for you. You should have in there a tube, multi-tool, patch kit, some sort of inflation device, either a pump or CO2. Check the Off-Road Rage gear list, which is on the website, to make sure you have all the mandatory gear for your bike. So anyway, a saddlebag is really nice to have. I don't know if you guys can see this. In the back, I've got a little Blinky Light. That's for safety. You got to have one all the time during the adventure race. So make sure you've got a Blinky Light and make sure the batteries work before you leave your house. And then up front, I got this kind of fun-looking thing. This is a map board. This is something that's kind of unique to adventure racing. This is so that you can actually look at your map while you're racing. This one's an actual manufactured map board. It rotates around, comes on and off pretty easily with these little plastic mounts. But you can also make your own if you're racing on a budget. So you just need maybe a lightweight clipboard from an office supply store, maybe some pieces of corrugated plastic like all those amazing election signs are made out of. Maybe acquire a couple of those and make a nice flat, lightweight surface for your maps to rest on. And then some sort of way to attach your map. So this one has like a plastic cover that you can take on and off with these little loops that hook on the bottom. So you could do something like that. You could do just 2 huge bungees or 2 big rubber bands all the way around. I've also seen people use the bull clips, also from an office supply store. So kind of get creative and do whatever works for you and your budget. And just make sure that you have a way to hold. Sorry, we're just doing this in my neighborhood, kind of spur of the moment, so there's traffic. Sorry. But just make sure there's a way to make sure your navigator can look at their maps during the race, and you're not stopping constantly to take something out of your pocket, unfold it, figure out where you are, know where you need to go, fold it back up, put it in your pocket. That wastes a lot of time. So easy map access is critical. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much my bike setup. Nothing too complicated. If you have questions, leave them. I'll put this video up on the Facebook event page. Just throw your questions in the comments. I'll answer them. Any of the other experienced racers can help answer them. We just really want to make sure that people have an avenue, make sure our new adventure racers have an avenue to get all of their pre-race questions answered. Tiara is going to do a pre-race AR 101 on Friday night, which is going to be amazing. But some of the stuff that she's going to talk about, you really need a little bit more time than less than 24 hours before the race to soak up and really get it into your system. So we'll just try to help you out. Anything you want to see, I'll answer. But yeah, I can't wait to see you at the Off-Road Rage in Warsaw, Missouri, October 24th. See you then.